Hi, this is Abdi Ali Liban. I'm going to narrate to spin again history about the first love day. So we gotta listen together, I think. As I told you before, I want to tell you a history, or a real history, a genuine history, which is about the first love. Love is the spice of life. It blends happiness with misery. Sometimes you are blessed with a life situation, and you care for yourself, because life is a sweet charm when you are delighted. You may succeed in that short stage of life if you have someone who accelerates you by his or her presence, listens to your lament when you are anxious about something, tells you the truth when you are wrong, sympathizes for you when you are offended, and never tired from listening to your speech, even if you are talking about trivial things. Nonetheless, when you are in an unrequited love, or one-sided love, you live in a gloomy, distressing life. Everything seems to you a paradigm misfortune. You may detest yourself and lag behind your peer, let alone to succeed in life. In other words, you are isolated from the other community. Because that kind of life makes you fool, indecisive and timid person who doesn't have the ability to dispense with the relentless, petulant person making you laugh in vain. It was a marvelous Saturday afternoon in 2003. Beautiful sun rays rose from the fascinating clear blue color of the sky when the rain stopped raining and raining. As I entered into Sheikh Hassan Nouri Primary School, situated in Alberta town, I saw a lot of students waiting for the principal to fill their grade 8 form. I suddenly saw from that crowd one gorgeous face which was strange to my sight. A beautiful queen, sylph-like girl whose innocent, compassionate smile made me stare her insanely. She was a charismatic girl with a graceful gait. She had also fetching milky eyes with a bow-like black eyebrows. She had also comely hair to cheeks that made her homely face glimmer like a rising sun. Her posture resembled a queen reposing in her castle. I couldn't take off my eyes from her. One day from that memorable day I saw her, I came across her in my class and realized that she was a new classmate of mine. Fortunately, we sat cheek by jowl. I also gazed at her intently, although I spent all the day staring at her stunningly. This didn't bother her. She didn't give me a watery smile or silent glimpse. Her cute appearance snared my heart. I started yearning for her presence as I used to lecture watching the unbelievable beauty Allah bestowed her. After 1 week, we introduced each other, cordially. Because she was a good hammer and extraverted girl. During the first fortnight I knew her, I realized that I fell in love with her. Unfortunately, I was hiding my feeling from her for 3 months as we were just friends. I was scared about her answer. This was the first time to love. I attempted to tell her about my love, but I couldn't divulge what was in my heart, because I didn't have that guts or courage. I stopped sleeping at night, savoring her remembrance, recalling her sweet, merciful voice. This marvelous feeling made me forget myself, and dive into strange waves fraught with emotional and blithesome dreams. A short duration later, the circumstances made me tell her about my love, and she welcomed me cordially and accepted my love frankly. Then my heydays of love started. I spent 1 year having joyous relations with her. I had never been depressed while I was with her. She used to enchant me when I was in misery, laugh unconscious about her humorous tales, and listen to her witty flawless speech. The esteem, open-heartedness, and thought that she had for me made me admire her. At the same time, I started composing poems written in Somali. Somali language. I have never had the intention to become a poet, but the circumstances predisposed me to be a poet. I still remember the first stanza I composed for my beloved girl. It was a priceless stanza pure in praise and appreciation for her, mainly describing her beauty and behavior. She deserved to be exalted without exaggeration. That stanza was named Sanku Nefloid, which literally means all the living things. Consequently, let me recite for you the first 2 quatrains of that stanza. Sanku Nefloid. midaan kugu sifeeyaan kula siba kumaan rag sanku neeflo oo idil suuradaada wacan iyo socodkaaga macaana sinta aanad dhaqaajin wejigaaga siman iyo sanqaroorka dheer iyo sunnayaasha bilicda leh tinta saaran jirkaaga hadba dhinac u seexataa dabcigaaga sal iyo baa rabbigay ku siiya dumarka ka sarrayso saaminta jacaylka ee saadaashii aan waday 9% adiga u sarreeyo ka suldaamada jacaylka midaan kugu sifeeyaan kula siba kumaan arag sanku neeflo oo idil waxaad ila simantahay qoraxda siraado sinta buurta joogto sayrsay fallaaraha 9 midab ka muuqdaan. To my dismay, the school holiday came and made us apart from each other. 8 days from the time I went to her gates, I was unexpectedly told that she tied the knot with someone else. I shook it as a brief person and shed tears. What is more, I was on the point of turning from her gaze to Albury. because I couldn't believe that miserable incident. Sometimes I was persuaded by my weeping heart that it was a rumor, knowing that my best friend told me the news. I reached over in the midnight. When the dawn broke, I started questioning my kids and kin who were omniscient about our love and realized that it was true. After my first love failed, I was downcast and living in paranoia. I couldn't forget her, as I was verging on lunacy. I couldn't get the ability to fall in love again, let alone to trust my heart to a girl. I believed that I wanted to live without her. I was forlorn and strayed in no man's land, fraught with rejection, despair, contempt, and glory. I was waiting for my demise for years, but I forgave her later, because her happiness was worse to me, and I still like to see her living a cheerful life. Although I tried my best to forget her, her remembrance still resides in my heart. Therefore, the magic of our first love is our ignorance that we will never lose it. And that is all about the history of my first love. And thanks for your respectful listening. See you later. Hi, this is Abdi Ali Liban. I'm going to narrate to spin again history about the first love today. So we gotta listen together, I think. As I told you before, I want to tell you a history, or a real history, a genuine history, which is about the first love. Love is the spice of life. It blends happiness with misery. Sometimes you are blessed with a delight situation, and you care for yourself, because life is a sweet charm when you are delighted. You may succeed in that short stage of life if you have someone who accelerates you by his or her presence, listens to your lament when you are anxious about something, tells you the truth when you are wrong, sympathizes for you when you are offended, and never tired from listening to your speech, even if you are talking about trivial things. Nonetheless, when you are in an unrequited love, or one-sided love, you live in a gloomy, distressing life. Everything seems to you a paradigm misfortune. You may detest yourself and lag behind your peer, let alone to succeed in life. In other words, you are isolated from the other community. Because that kind of life makes you fool, indecisive and timid person who doesn't have the ability to dispense with the relentless, petulant person making your life in vain. It was a marvelous Saturday afternoon in 2003. Beautiful sun rays rose from the fascinating clear blue color of the sky when the rain stopped raining and raining.